Доброго дня всім! Мене звати Ярослав, це мій YouTube канал Успішний геймер. Сьогодні ми продовжуємо наші пригоди в доповненні другому до Відьмака 3 під назвою Кров і вино. Так, давайте казати Регісу, що ми готові. Поїхали.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I had no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Так, ну, препарат прийняв Регіс, щоб посилити відчуття крові. І ми маємо поскоріше прибути до в'язниці, щоб він не почав їсти Геральта. А, це ваш.
The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Ну, він сказав, що знаходиться цей зал під землею.
You
Пішли.
lead.
А я думав, що це за башта.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Ага, та це не вампіри його вбили, а падальщики.
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
Ой-ой-ой. Портал. Чи ж не портал, а вхід? Чого це?
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms. The vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Тут якісь панцирі.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Ну, пахне смертю, що ти зробиш. Ой. Чуть не впав. Тут що лежить?
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Почекайте, тут ще щось було. Срібне кільце. Бесіди з нижчим сутності, з нижчою сутності. О, то тут я так бачу сет я зібрав. Ну давайте подивимося, що за сет. А, 87, вони все гірше. А як він виглядає? Давайте просто подивимось. Тут десь ще була. О! Ну давайте трохи в цьому походимо.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock, live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Так, нам треба приманки розкласти.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch
Щоб
and
монстри
send quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got
пошвидше
here,
прийшли сюди.
sent shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophagers.
Так, десь тут має і місце, куди я там покласти. І там було написано розкласти. Так. Ще одне місце.
3 done. 1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Щось не бачу, де тут можна розкласти. Тут було меню. Все. Готово.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, and also my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Зараз чудовиська має з'явитися.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, sir. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
You just smell the blood.
I shall overcome.
Good. Because I can hear more coming. Hold on, I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me.
Так, ну ми виконали свою частину.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Так, ну і мікстуру має доробити буде Геральт.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Так, ну я так розумію, вже все.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Зараз вони мають почати викликати. А, сновидіння викликати. Геральт. Щоб той знав, де знаходиться бестія з Прохілона.
Excuse me. Actually, let me take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count, sir.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Я так розумію, це якийсь...
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef?
Минуле його бачу. Хтось якийсь запис йому передав. Правда, з ким випиває, він не зрозумів.
And then
Ah.
mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
Він на млині переховується.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
А! Це була третя. А, чека, це чи перша? Так, він втратив руку свою. Сам собі її відрубав. Усе це було на млині. Хтось йому підказує, кого вбивати. Ось що я зрозумів. Не дарма ж йому дали запис.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him, chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
Ну, в принципі, все.
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad, though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Так, ну ми дізналися, в принципі, де шукати Детлафа. Для цього треба знайти до лавки чоботаря, який чистить взуття. Давайте це і зробимо. А Регіс буде відпочивати. Тим часом. Нехай відпочине, він і так пережив стрес у в'язниці. Ну, а ми підемо шукати, де знаходиться будка цього чоботаря. Портові ворота, давайте сюди перейдемо. Так, там 100 кроків. Портову частину міста. Чекайте, у мене якийсь баф на мені, тому що я не... А що за баф? Супротив усьому. Це прикольно, це прикольно. Опір усім пошкодженням. І монстрів, і звичайних цих. Ой, яка панянка. Доброго дня. Так, ось тут мені треба.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
Yep. Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no. No northern sheep dittler insults us. We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet. Get him!
Not your lucky day.
We'll break your legs, vagrant! Teach him! Circle him!
Я не люблю битися на кулаках. Так, ну спробуємо ще раз. Розумів. Завантажуємось раніше.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours
You can't blame me.
fickle,
I'll
Leave it.
just who the
All
is try east.
Yep.
oh will. But move. We'll break your legs.
Fight a witcher.
Teach. Circle him. All together on 3. Love it. Let's charge. Take you for a ride.
Це апорат. І рівень підняв.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
Ну а що, вони заслужили.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
Хоче 500, а я дам тобі 400.
It's not quite... I don't know...
420. 30.
Ah, see? I knew we'd clinch it.
Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Так, ну розкололи хлопця. Він нам сказав.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Розкололи хлопця, той здав з потрохами. Місце.
Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
Так, що будемо відкривати? Ми пішли відкривати.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Так, ну, Регіс нам допоміг. Відкрив двері. Проте кар'єру грабіжника він не хотів. Мати розпочати. Каже, було б дуже просто. І
Here.
нудно.
Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Детлафа тут немає, але він був.
Let's look around.
Це схоже на іграшкову крамницю. Так, давайте дивитись.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
Пір'я якесь. Ремонтний набір.
Somebody fixed this recently.
Він займається тим, що лагодить іграшки, чи що?
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
Чи просто йому подобаються іграшки?
Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Ляльки. Цукерки. Повідомлення про висновок. Давайте прочитаємо. Рішення житлової комісії в зв'язку з заборгованістю по виплатам за приміщення, що використовується під склад, адміністративний суд міста Боклера предписує орендатору Альрику де Сампу звільнити приміщення на протязі 7 днів. Непідкора вище вказаному рішенню може привести до в'язниці, скажімо так. Тривалість тримання в в'язниці буде визначена борговим судом. Судовий виконавець Віктор Ламер. Ще якийсь лист. Дядя лавочник. Я давно прошу маму з папою, щоб вони купили мені іграшку. Мамуся тоді плаче і каже, що у нас немає грошей. Татусь завжди нервує, якщо я його питаю, коли він їх заробляє. А один раз навіть мене вдарив. У моїх подруг є гарні іграшки. У Лаури є пухнастий ведмідь, а у Мішель лялька з золотим волоссям, який можна розчісувати справжнім гребінцем. Мені сумно, що в мене так ніколи і не буде ніякої іграшки, тому я написала вам цей лист. Дядя лавочник. Насправді я вже давно хотіла вам його написати, тільки раніше я писати ще не вміла, тепер вже вмію. Якщо у вас знайдеться яка-небудь гарна іграшка, яка не буде нікому потрібна, то я про неї попіклуюся. Зі мною вона буде щасливою. Тільки ви наді мною не смійтеся. Я знаю, що я ще маленька, але я знаю, що іграшки насправді не живі. Вони живуть тільки в нашій уяві. Ну і що з того? Я б її дуже полюбила. Іза. І такі іграшки.
Somebody fixed this recently.
І цю він полагодив. Так, ну тут нічого цікавого немає. Хіба що якийсь хід на другий поверх. Тут якісь двері. Що за двері, я не розумію. Що, чи є вхід на другий поверх? Є хід на другий поверх.
Let's go.
Горище.
So this is his
Опа.
nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. Is his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
Кохана може бути цього. Так, тут що? Ну, ти допомагаєш чи не допомагаєш? Підозрілий лист. Що за підозрілий?
Detlef van der Heretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
Ага.
You
Хтось
must complete the killing in
маніпулює
3
ним.
days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Так, ну і Реновет, це так розумію, це та жінка з портрету.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, He found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Так. Каже, що Регі, що ніколи не бачив її, оскільки та пішла від нього, коли він ще задовго до того, як він його спас. Хоча він завжди казав, що вона зникла. Чому він вірить, що вона
Why do you think
зникла?
that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Detlef's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Так, ну тепер ми маємо з'ясувати, хто шантажує.
Tools were used recently. Detlef unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Так,
No
ну ми
dust
зрозуміли,
mark.
що...
Somebody moved this here recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Що Детлеф займається тим, що лагодить іграшки. Це нас ніяк. Це що? Шкатулка.
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
В принципі, більше тут я нічого такого не бачу. А ось ще щось. Записи з іменами жертв бестій.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter, all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renowed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Так, ну що ж, тепер розділилися. Ми маємо зараз відзвітувати княгині і сказати те, що ми знайшли, що шантажують вампір. А тим часом Регіс буде чекати Детлефа в його лігві. І намагатиметься переконати в тому, що Геральт є другом, і він здатний допомогти знайти його кохану, яку шантажують. І таким чином зупинити вбивство. Оскільки залишилась остання жертва. Так, ну давайте зараз відрепортуємо. 300 кроків залишилось. Майже.
Cheap inoculations. Come get a touch of pox.
Місцеві.
I lent you coin for wine.
Так, сюди, сюди. Можливо, треба було, напевне, взяти записи з собою. Я гадаю, що гра зробила можливість забрати з собою записи і показати княгині, щоб там могла якось, хоч якусь експертизу сказати, що провели, щоб визначити, чий почерк. Оскільки, ну, це доволі важлива зачіпка. Так розумію. І лист, що шантажують вампіра, щоб той вбивав людей певним чином. Оскільки, якщо він не буде підкорятися, то його кохана загине. Ну, я не знаю, чи можна якось зробити експертизу, чи ще щось. Так, ось тут має бути княгиня.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
Опа.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catechans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper.
Це так і
Blackmailer
засоби.
wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anni-Gенrієтти, not your grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Ну, ми розповіли все, що знали. Тепер та викликала сомельє, щоб дізнатися, що за вино. Вино виявилося з виноробні, яке поставляють до княжого столу. І тепер вони втрьох вирушили до виноробні, щоб знайти зниклу партію вина. Ось якщо це коротко про розмову, яку ми тільки що бачили. Всі хотіли відмовити княгиню їхати з ними, але та виявилася впертою.
Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Geralt! Why do you flee?
Witcher, come back! You're to protect Her Highness!
Та я їду.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace! We shall see to this! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help!
Нарешті.
Back, you beast! Begone! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
48.
Thank you. You saved
our lives. Hooray!
That's it, Roach.
48 рівень. Куди він побіг?
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tussent. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
Так, ну ми приїхали на виноробню.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Ну, приїхали перевіркою.
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
And who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Saint-Réal?
I am at your service.
Так, ну давайте подивимося. Хто має доступ до
The
мене?
Saint-Réal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Saint-Réal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Saint-Réal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Так, ну він описав процес утворення цього Сан-Греаля. І каже, що ключ від льоху, де зберігається лише, є у нього. Як
Who hauls the
перевозять?
barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace, how am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Saint-Réal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
Наїхала
Remind
жорстко.
me, where is the Saint-Réal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Так, якщо пані просить, то треба...
What if Fabrizio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Поки нічого такого не бачу. Так, ну...
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Так, маємо перевірити, чи всі бочки на місці. Скільки там по інвентарному?
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Так, тепер нам треба знайти рік, конкретний рік 1269. Так. там який написано? Це що написано? 73-й, не підходить.
Got a Mino
73-й.
over here.
Тут що? 72-й.
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite, adores it.
Ah, yes, that sophisticated palette of his.
68.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
68. Де 69? А ось. 69.
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. With good taste.
Так. Ну тут має бути. Що ми маємо? Ну ось 69. Чи маємо просто знайти все, що погано лежить? Ну, Ервелюс. 69. А в мене ще в інвентарі знаходиться. Шато. СС. Ервелюс, ось. Ще Ервелюс. Там ще зверху. Сімдесятий рік.
Sonreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Так, а де тут можна пройти? Так, я зараз кішку вип'ю, бо я нічого не бачу. О, так краще. Так я хоч буду бачити, де тут драбина є. Куди і як на неї заліз. Так, тут що за вино? Та як ти стрибиш? Скажи мені, будь ласка. Вибачте, будь ласка, треба розійтись. Так, тут яке вписано? 68.
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Парфуми знайшли. Так, тоді з іншої сторони. А вон там ще щось таке. Ось 69.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Ну давайте дивитись.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
Так, ну вона буде пити з усіх в діжок. Я так розумію. Давай це провіряй.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Так, тепер до Фабріціо питання. Скільки ми знайшли брак. Ба!
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sanreal. I beg you to forgive me.
А, продав почту.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Давай, розповідай, кому ти
Who'd you
продав.
sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sanreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Так, казали, що якийсь дворянин вирішив придбати як посередник вино. Давайте тепер дізнаємося, як доставляли вино.
Wine itself. How do you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? At the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Так. Ну, він розповів, що там на якихось руїнах зійшлися, розійшлися, і ось тут пару днів назад йому знов прийшла звістка, що їм потрібна ще одна діжка вина. І він вже її приготував, і зібрався вже відправляти.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High
Ну,
treason.
тепер його засудять за державну
What now, Witcher?
зраду.
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sintry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Так, ну, а з цим ми вже будемо розбиратися, напевне,
Make haste. We await
в
only you.
наступній серії. А тому давайте зробимо ось як. Давайте зараз почитаємо ще дошку оголошень. Казочник. Розповідаю казки. За невелику плату відвідаю ваше хазяйство і розповім історію, про що тільки забажаєте. Вмію цікаво розповідати дітям та і взрослим. Знайду чудові оповідання. Запросіть мене і переконайтеся, що казка прикрашає повсякденну працю. Аркадіус. Деревину баклерського дуба продам. Якщо хто хоче купити трошки баклерського дубу і йому без надобності папери, які супроводжують, то можу допомогти. Питайте Філіпа з лісопилки Ріукан. Увага! Обходьте імення Караянів. Обходьте його по широкій дузі. Доброзичливець. Увага мандрівників! Відправляючись в путь, не вибирайте дороги, що проходять поблизу лисових ям. В печерах Рокестанг засіла ганза розбійників, що на чолі яких лотом полуельф. Рекомендуємо обходити це місце або ж відправлятися туди, озброївшися серйозною охороною. Мандруючі лицарі. Доблесні мандруючі лицарі, як і кожна людина з Туссенту, я дуже вас поважаю, але прошу, щоб ви перестали нападати на вітряні млини. Нічим вони перед вами не провинилися, а через ваших фігли-мігли ми втратили купу грошей на ремонт. Попереджую, що якщо не перестанете нападати на млини, я подам офіційну жалобу її високості. З повагою, Антуан Ліс. Потрібен майстер-чарівник. Шукаю смільчака, який чар не боїться, та і відьмі зможе вставити, якщо прийде така необхідність. Чекаю на вирубці біля лисячих ям. Звати мене Якуб, і я лісоруб. Тупих оклунків, які тянуть на жарти, попереджаю, що жарти закінчились. Якуб, лісоруб із лисячих ям. Так, добре. Що ж, пропоную тоді на цьому закінчити. Кому сподобалось дане відео, прошу поставити лайк, підписатись на канал і залишити свій коментар. Ну а ми з вами побачимось уже в наступній серії. До зустрічі!